The Darkness and the Lame.
Oh, God. Why do I keep watching this show?
That's the same question I keep asking myself.
I'm trying, folks. I'm trying, but it's just getting harder and harder to do.
Yeah. This episode should have really just been called Everybody Hates Dr. Wells.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, almost literally a third to a half of this episode is just people bitching at Dr. Wells.
Oh, and another third of it is Magoo shenanigans.
We'll get to that. But, so we start off on Earth 2 on a very diesel-punky looking place.
Yeah, it's looking very Fallout.
Yeah. And Harrison Wells is doing a speech. He's introducing his metahuman detection system, which I'm like, yeah.
It's his new app.
He calls it an app, too. And he's like, oh, yeah, you have the Epic from Heroes Reborn. That's nice. And his daughter's in the crowd, and and everything.
It's a McMuffin.
It's, McMuffin with extra cheese. And then Jay Bush, the Silver Flash, shows up and accuses him of being Zoom, and they get into a little spat. And
he accuses him of creating Zoom.
Creating Zoom, right. Yeah, this episode is so bad I'm not even getting my facts straight.
Yeah, I mean, the writers don't give a fuck at this point. I mean, why should we?
I'm beginning to think that.
So yeah, in the episode proper,
mm-hmm.
we start off with everybody hates Dr. Wells because he looks like that other guy.
Yes, they're back in Star Labs, and Harrison Wells is there, and they're like, why should we trust you? You need me to stop Zoom. Well, we don't trust you because you look like that guy's name I can't pronounce.
Well, excuse me, Crisco.
Yeah, he calls Cisco Crisco, which actually kind of funny.
It is one of the funniest jokes in this episode.
Yeah,
which says a lot.
That says a very much. And then Joe comes in and he's like, oh God, it's Wells. Bang, 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 bang.
I'm going to start shooting. I'm a good cop.
Bang, bang, bang. And Barry's...
Just walks in, bang, bang, bang.
And Barry's shockingly the only one with a voice of reason. He's like, okay, we'll hear this guy out. We'll try what he wants and see what happens. And, oh, by the way, I got to catch these bullets. Beep, 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 beep.
By the way, he's not Thawne. He's Wells.
And apparently nobody believes him.
Yeah, they keep forgetting that. It's like, it's the guy who was the villain last season. No, that was another guy disguised as him.
And I know, and Barry takes Joe into the hallway and tries to explain that to him.
Yeah.
And he's still like, yeah, I still don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And,
So yeah, then they drag Iris into this for some stupid reason.
Yeah, apparently she changed the sports section of the paper some way or another. I don't know. I didn't care at that point. And Joe gives Iris a gun.
He's a good cop.
Yeah. You need protection.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Yeah, pretty much. So they all go to the coffee shop because
that's what cool kids do.
And
this is the CW.
Yeah, and Harry Spigot shows up just to stink everything up.
Yes, she does.
And
oh yeah, and we finally find out what happened with the Street Sharks.
Yeah, he got sent upstate.
Yeah. To Attica.
Yeah, or Rikers, one of the two.
Yeah, he's banging a tin cup against the bars.
Yeah, and she at first kind of asks him out a day. He's like, I need help with help writing a police report. And I'm like, you need help writing a police report? What kind of cop are you?
She's a cop.
Yeah. And Cisco not only is a jerk and whines a lot about that, but he goes and tries to ask the barista out, and swing and a miss.
Yeah, she's like, no. Not even close, pal.
Well, luckily we have his cool blue version kicks in to, save the scene.
Yes, he picks up some bad vibes, man.
Yeah, he's like, oh, there's a meta at the bank. You gotta go fight him. So Barry fights the meta of the episode, and
oh, this meta was awesome.
This meta was awesomely bad.
Dr. Light.
We're not kidding, folks. The metahuman's name is Dr. Light.
I expected it to be Dr. Wily.
I know. I was the only one cracking Mega Man jokes. So yeah, he goes to the bank and he's like, you gotta stop me. And she goes, go and try. And then she drops a giant flashbang and loses.
Yeah, because that's her power is to harness starlight.
Yeah.
Or sunlight.
Yeah, she harnesses starlight, sunlight in this little rock on her hand. You know, I guess it's her Mega Buster.
Yeah, that's her Mega Buster.
Yeah, using her Mega Buster
To fight the evil Dr. Wily.
No, her diabolical plan is to rob banks.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're dealing with a heavy hitter this time. She robs banks.
She's a jobber.
Yeah, she is.
And then and while this is going on, Jay shows up and he hates Dr. Wells.
Yep, that's his character arc in this episode. I hate Dr. Wells.
They get into a discussion fight and they're like, you could yeah, the whole sum of this episode is.
Yeah, Dr. Wells sums it up pretty good when he's talking to Cisco. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, blah 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 blah.
You hate me and blah 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 blah.
Pretty much. So, as a result of Barry fighting Dr. Flashbang, because that's pretty much what she does, she flashbangs on the ground, I'm blind! And thanks to solar retinopathy.
Yes, the science buzzword of the week.
Yeah, so he's now
now he's blind, yes.
He's blind, and
he's got to go on a blind date. Why the fuck do I watch this show?
Why? And not only that, but apparently before he got the flashbang in the head, he knocks her mask off somehow and finds out he's the Earth 2 version of his ex.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dr. Light is his ex.
From Earth 2. Dun dun dun. No surprise.
Yeah, nobody cares.
So Barry's now on this blind date with Terry Spigot. Double.
So him and Cisco rip off Short Circuit 2.
Yeah.
Or sort of. They try to anyways. They're like, Barry's pretending he's not blind and he's going to wear these glasses that have a little camera in them.
Which are black and white.
Yeah, bleeding edge technology from Star Labs. It's a black and white camera.
Dude, the eyeglass cam from Mystery Diners is in color. So yeah, while this is going on, Cisco is being more obnoxious asshole to Barry because reasons.
Yeah, he's just an obnoxious, annoying dickhead in this whole episode. I hate him. I usually like Cisco's character, but he is so fucking obnoxious and horrible.
Yeah, he went from doofus to obnoxious.
Yeah.
And while this horrible blind date is going on, Spivot uses her magic detective powers to find out...
Because she's a detective.
She's a detective, and yeah.
She figures out the truth. Barry is actually Daredevil.
Dun dun dun!
Because he's blind.
Surprised there isn't a crossover yet.
Yeah.
But, while this is going on, Wells points out that Jay Bush is a crappy Flash because he's scared of Zoomy Zoom.
And that's pretty much the truth, too.
So he runs off with Dr. Snow inside of this, pedophile van and...
Oh, and he tries to impress her by name-dropping Aquaman.
Yeah, oh dear God.
So, I've been to Atlantis. Maybe you heard of it.
Yeah, and... and the stakeout doesn't work because,
He's a crappy Flash.
Yeah, he's a crappy Flash, and Light smashes into the van.
And he has no powers.
And they're knocked out, and they fail to stop the bad guy again. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, Dr. Flashbang decides she's going to kill her Earth 1 self so she can pretend to be her, and that way Zoomy Zoom won't get her.
Yeah, to be free from the Zoom, but old guy comes with letter opener and tries to stab, Dr. Flashbang, and she ends up stabbing him instead, and Iris actually is smart and uses the gun.
To knock off her Princess Space mask.
Because your weapons are useless against me. So that happens, and she gets away again. But,
for the third time.
Yes. Apparently she has high skills in evasion as well.
Are you sure she's not Dr. Wily? Dr. Wily.
You just like saying Dr. Wily. So yeah, they're trying to...
Meanwhile, back at the lab.
Wells outs Cisco as a metahuman, and
it's all met with dull surprise.
Yeah, they're just like, why didn't you tell me? I was scared you guys would work with me, but we'll work with you even though you're a metahuman. Yeah, the whole thing is just like,
you filthy mutie.
You're a metahuman. That's okay. We'll work with you. So they...
it was like, well, what's your power? I pick up vibes, man. Yeah, I can see why you kept that to yourself.
So they're trying to... Yeah, no kidding. So they got the mask, and Wells is like, use your powers to stop it. And
But Cisco can't get his vibes up.
yeah, apparently he didn't take his Viagra because it didn't work. So Wells is just like, use it. And finally he's like, I can't. And then he goes, fine, I'll make you use it. And he shoves the mask into Cisco's chest, and he goes in blue vision again, and they go down to the train station, find out she's at the train station. So Flash goes to the train station without a plan.
Yeah, he's all like, I'm an idiot and I don't have a plan. I guess I'll just get my flashbanged again.
Yeah, so he's getting his butt kicked again, and Wells comes and is like, you have to use Speed Mirage to defeat her, you have to confuse her.
Yeah, Wells is the only competent character, apparently. And he's all like, you know what, screw you, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
Barry, this is what you gotta do. You gotta create a Speed Mirage, then you gotta sneak up behind her.
Yeah. Which the first time, yeah, it doesn't work because, she has a burst effect and it knocks him backwards. And
yeah, and one would think she'd just keep doing that, but she's really incompetent as a villain as well, so...
Yeah, she's a jobber.
Yeah.
So, second time's the charm after, Wells gives him the whole, don't use fear to stop you, I believe in you, I believe in you.
And then he gets to live out his dream of locking his ex in his basement.
Almost literally.
Yep, because you're going to Gitmo.
Yeah.
The particle accelerator.
The whole metaphor of the episode was how they defeated her. Just one whack to the back and she hits a light pole and out, done.
And nobody cares.
So yeah, meanwhile back at the lab, they said, yeah, you could do it, you can now have the perfect tools to fight Zoom, and
Jay Bush is like, I'm scared of Zoom. He's gonna be mean to me.
He's gonna be mean to me and he's gonna kill Barry. I'm out, see you fuckers later, I'm done, bye. So he does the whole I can't spare to watch him die, and he's gone, and...
Because he's a shitty superhero.
Yeah. And Cisco is bummed because he has superpowers now.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And so they're like, oh, you have superpower, we'll give you a cool name. He's like, yeah, I get vibes like music, vibe, hey, let's go with that.
Yeah, it's a very emo name for a very emo-y character, apparently.
It took them literally a minute to come up with this name.
I'm deep and have problems because I have superpowers.
But
It sucks to be me.
Yeah, at least the barista asked him out, though.
Yeah, well, it's just because she's hot girl and she's desperate to get involved in a Flash episode somewhere down the line.
Hi, I'm Condra Summers. I don't want to date a metahuman. And then you find out, oh, wait, you're a hot girl. Okay.
Whatever.
And the episode ends with some garage in Detroit. Zoom has trapped Wells' daughter, and she's like, he can defeat you. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. Bye, see you later. Zoom, gone. That's it. And that's the episode.
And that should have been the audience. We're out of here.
We're out of here. We should be out of here. This episode sucked. You don't have to ask me how I thought of it. It sucked. It's there. I understand that you need plot convenience, or you need to resolve these plots, but now it's getting to the point where they're just throwing crap at the wall and seeing what sticks.
This episode was just mostly blind Mr. Magoosh blind date shenanigans.
It's just almost borderline offensive as it is.
And a bunch of just bickering.
Yeah, just bickering and catfighting and...
The villain was lame.
This whole thing with Spigot, Barry's lame, and it's just lame, dumb.
Yeah. I may be done with this this series.
I'm just about there.
I'd almost rather watch Supernatural at this point.
Or Gotham. At least Gotham is somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
But if there is another episode, we'll be back. Take care, folks. Have a nice week, and
don't watch this.
And thank God there's no Grodd. Beat you to it. Yeah.
I'd almost wish Grodd was back at this point.
Oh, I hope not. Or the Cold Brothers. Blech.
Later, y'all.
Take care.